participants that have joined today. A very, very warm welcome for this day 3 of Applied AI and Data Science Bootcamp. So today is the last day, which for the module number 1, Data Foundations. So by the end of this session, you should have a basic idea how to look, how you can analyze your data that you have on hand. For example, I will give you an instance that happened recently. So while I was preparing the master sheet of the list of participants for this boot camp, I got an message. I don't call it a message, but I got an information from one of my customers saying that this many people are joining the boot camp. The same person, after a few days, she emailed me another email saying that the initial list that I have given you has been updated. Few people have exited out. Few people will not be joining, and instead of those people, a new set of people are joining. So that means the entire master list or master sheet that I have got changed. So how do I update my master sheet so that it reflects the new situation? Got it? So I already have a sheet as per the information that I received. And after a few days, I got another sheet saying that few people have backed off and new people have added. So based upon that information, I need to update my spreadsheet. So there are two ways I can do that. I can either copy, or I can either upload these two spreadsheets into Claude or ChatGPT and give a prompt saying to generate a new sheet, updated sheet. That is option 1. And the option 2 is either I can use formulas in order to get this done. So when I gave this task to one of my developer, he was simply giving the prompt into the ChatGPT and asking the ChatGPT to generate a new one. No, I don't see any mistake. I don't see any error in doing that. But we as humans, or we as professionals, we need to understand. We need to understand how to solve the basic problems like this using the right tools and functions. So this is where Excel comes into picture. I don't say Excel, any Google Sheets or any tools will help us to fix it. Either you can give to ChatGPT or Claude, and the Claude can do it behind the scene and generate a new sheet. But the problem is, how can you ensure that the data provided by the ChatGPT is correct or not? So this is where Excel comes into picture. By understanding or by attending this workshop, you will understand the functions like VLOOKUP, XLOOKUP, match, if statements, conditional formatting, remove duplicates, and filter and sorting. By using all these tools, you can still generate a updated sheet. So likewise, if it is good, we need to understand, we need to learn how to use these tools like LLM tools like ChatGPT, Claude, and all this thing, Copilot, and everything. But at the same time, you should not 100% rely on those LLMs. You need to understand how these machines, what is the logic behind it. Once you understand, you can become a master of all these tools. So Chat GPT, along with a basic knowledge in Excel, will help you to do your job much better. So I think the knowledge or the insights that we are providing you today will help you to reach to that level. So in today's AI driven world, this combination, the basic knowledge in Excel and the use of LLMs, is extremely valuable. With that in our mind, let us give our devoted and undivided attention to today's session number 3. And I will hand over the time to Eugenia, and she will lead us into today's session, which is using advanced tools in Excel to get our job done. Over to you, Eugenia.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Go ahead.
So, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the third and last day of our Excel sessions. So, as said, yesterday we've been working on few formulas, basic formulas. So, today we will continue with few more formulas and much more, a little more deeper into it, right? So, before that, like we did yesterday, I'm going to share with you the Excel worksheet for today so that you can start working along with me while the session is going on. It's going to be easy for you to understand because today also we will be rushing as we have to cover a number of formulas today, okay? So please collect the sheet that I'm putting it up on the chat for you. We will have 2 sheets today. I made a split of the formulas within 2 sheets. The second sheet, 3.1, day 3.1, that's a Excel sheet wherein you have all the pivot tables to be done, all the exercises that you should be doing it on your own. All the instructions are crystal clear. So you can do it even if we are unable to do it on the session, you'll be easily able to follow it, okay? So those are the 2 worksheets for today. Let me also open the worksheet and we will start off. Fine, I will start sharing the screen. Okay, now. Okay. Hope the PPT is visible, right? So we'll start off with today's session. So we will be covering the lookup formulas, all the logics, and the analysis as well. Analysis is nothing but all the reporting part. If you remember the progression of the data, so this is where everything happens. So let's quickly start off. Now we will be starting off with if statements, the lookup statements, and the nested functions. Okay. We will be covering if, nested if, sum if, count if, and an or. Okay. So I will also open the Excel sheet alongside. So you can open day 3 Excel worksheet. Open up day 3 Excel worksheet and come to the first page, first sheet that says conditional formulas. Okay. Come to conditional formulas. Keep this open. We will be doing it side by side. Okay. Let me also adjust just to this side of it will be easy for us to follow. Okay. Right. Hope this is okay for you all, the screen, or is it too small? Is the visibility okay for you all if I'm sharing the 2 applications in one screen? Okay. Fine then. Let's move ahead. Okay. Now starting off with if statement, if we know it's a simple thing, we give a logic. If something is right, if our condition is right, we have to get one value. If the condition is wrong, we have to go with, we need another output, right? It's simply like we have the logical formulas, or when you draw a flow chart, you have that logic, right? If yes, do this. If no, give another output. Okay, some of you all, maybe if it is difficult for you all to see, then I'll just make it a full screen. Okay. Fine. So it's simple, logic is simple. We just enter if formula, we will give our logic, whatever logic we want. Then if our logic is true, we want some output. If it is false, we need another output. Let's look at examples. Okay. So, okay. Come to the top of the page. If is here. I just picked up a random table, a small table, for example, and then I'm audible, right? Sorry, I got my cell phone mute. Am I audible now? Is my voice loud enough? Or is it still low? Not audible. Audible now? Okay, okay. Thank you. Thanks for confirming. Okay, let's move on to if condition. I have a small table here with names, their score, and the result. Okay, so see what I did is result. I have a formula for the result table, and these are the ones that we have in hand, and this is something that we need the output as. Okay, so what I did is if a person is has scored 50, I'm giving the result as excellent or good. So how did I categorize it? The category is C. If a person is scoring 45 and more, they will be considered as excellent. And if a person is scoring below 45, they will be considered as good. So let's see, based on the score, I did not enter it manually. If you can see when I'm hovering, when I'm clicking all these cells, you can see the formula showing up here. So this is formula based. It's only showing you the result, and formula only once you click on the cell, you will be able to see it in the formula bar. So for your convenience, I just kept the formula aside here for you to see how what formula I used. So, okay, let's see the conditions here. These are the conditions. Okay, try not to scribble anything on the screen because it will be difficult for others also to see. Okay, so now the first condition, if anyone is scoring 45 and above, they are excellent. So score is 50, so it is above 45. What should our logic be? My logic is 45 and above should be considered as excellent. Okay. So score 50 is above 45. Let me show you the logic. So this is the logic. We have to give the logic first. I'm selecting the cell. If this cell has the number greater than equal to 45. See, based on the condition that we have here. Based on the condition that we have here, I'm saying if this cell contains greater than or equal to 45, if it is true, if the condition is true, I want excellent as output. If it is false, it should be good. Okay, I'm just using two conditions here. So that is excellent, right? So good. I'm just using the same formula, only the cell is changing. Only the cell is changing. See. So based on whatever marks are appearing here, based on that, it is giving me the output as good. So now if I enter, let's say 55. Excellent. So I need not again manually change good into excellent, right? Because I just have my formula here. If the marks are updated, if the marks are changed, automatically the result is also going to get changed. So it is as simple as that. A basic thing. Okay. Let's go back to, okay, the earlier one. So this is simple. I just gave a table here for you to try out. So for everything, I gave the tables, blank tables for you to try it out. It will be easy for you. So like said, only and when you keep on practicing, it's going to get easier for you to understand Excel and work, and you can play with Excel. There is so much in Excel that you can have fun with. Okay. So now this is about simple if. Now let's come to nested if. Nested if means, see, there are three conditions. Here we just use two conditions. If true, one output, and if true or false, another output. Just two. Okay, A or B. But here nested if means you have more than two conditions. Okay, so I have to have a complex formula here. Now let us look at the conditions here. We are giving the result as first, second, and third grades, or we can say ranks. Okay, grades. So marks 60 and above are considered as first class. Marks 50 to 59 are considered second class. Marks below 50, third class. Okay, that's how we are going to have a conditions here. Now coming to the first condition, we already have, these are the raw data that we have. This is the raw data we have. The marks are given here. All we need is a formulated cell wherein the result comes out based on the marks. If I have to change it to 90, it is still the same because the condition is 60 and above. Okay, for example, let us say this is only 55. It's going to come down to second, right? It's like that. You don't have to touch these cells once you give the formula and leave it blank. Okay, now let's look at the formula. So I just entered if. Nested if is you are using formula within formula. Yesterday, like how we did one of the formulas, we combine two formulas, right? Concatenation and substitute. Same like that. You are just using if and if again. If within another. That's why we say nested if. Okay. Let's look at the first condition. The first logical test is if the number in the cell is greater than equal to 50. We are coming from bottom. See, we are coming from third class. Below. One minute. We are here. This is the first one. The logical test. Okay. Greater than above to 60. Then first class. Greater than above 60. If the value is true, it will give the output as first class. Now see, for the false value, I again added another if condition. So if it is not first class, then what it should do? It should again compare. Now another formula is coming up. It should again compare the cell whether the marks are greater than equal to 50. So what did we say? Greater than equal to 50. See, until 60, this is here. From 60 and above, first class. That is already tested. Now, below 60 is 59. So 59 to 50 is the condition that we are giving here. Greater than equal to 50 is, if this is true, it is giving us second. A result as second. If it is false, you don't have to give third condition separately. Right? It is third class. Okay? Simple. This is the formula. This is the formula. I just kept it for your reference in the next column. You can try it out here. You can try it out the same way. You are just using if within another if. Okay. The only difference is you first give the first logic. If it is true, you are giving first division. If it is false, you are again inserting if formula with the other two conditions. Okay. So basically, we have three conditions here. Marks 60 and above, marks 50 to 59, below 50. So you just need to give two conditions. And third condition, when these two conditions fail, obviously the remaining condition, third one is left out, right? That's the output it's going to consider it. Okay. Just check it out. Use the formula here. Let's try it here. If tab, I'm using only the keyboard arrows. Okay. If this cell is greater than equal to 60, right? If it is true, what do we want? Quotations, first, close. If it is false, now again I'm using an if formula. Tab, now logical test again. Again, I'm referring to this cell. If the number here is greater than equal to 50, right? If it is true, second. If not, third. Right? You got it right? Hope you are working along with me. That's going to help you. You will be able to understand easier. instead of just looking at how I'm doing. If you are doing it along with me, it'll be much easier for you to understand and work. So you can keep on adding ifs, no matter how many conditions. It's dependent on you. So this is just the nested if formula, okay? Try it out in the tables that I've left for you to work it out, okay? So that's about nest if, okay? Let's move on to sum if. We looked into sum formula, the basic sum formula. Here we are summing up. The basic formula is same, sum, but then we are summing it based on conditions. So let's see how it works. This is the criteria. So total marks for each subject. Okay. And the other criteria is total marks for grade A students. See, we have grades here, we have subjects here. So I'm trying to pick out total marks for in subject wise, and then total marks for grade wise students, and then marks above score of 75. Okay, we have scores here, right? So let's look how it works here. Okay, how did I do here? Let's look at the formula. Instead of double clicking, I'm using F2. I selected this cell and I'm using F2. That will open up the formula for you and it will show what all cells are selected. See, the red one is I kept the subject here. Let's look at the table before we start. I kept the subject. 3 subjects are here and I have total marks because I have 3 criteria. First is total marks based on subject. This is the table for marks based on subject. This is a table for marks based on grades. And this is criteria wise marks. Let's look at this one first, okay? So sum if we are starting, we need sum, and if we are having a condition, only sum up the totals if the subject is mathematics. Now use the formula sum if and open up sum. Letters are too small. I'll just increase the font. Oh, hope it is better now. Okay. So, okay, if I just given the formula sum if it is math, I'm selecting this cell because I gave mathematics here. Okay, the subject name is here, so I'm selecting mathematics here. So once this is selected, now what I want? Let's look at the formula. This is the range. What range is it? I'm saying first I gave mathematics, right? So I have to show where that mathematics is located at. Look at the colors as well. It's going to be easy for you. This is the range. It is asking for range. So you want mathematics subject, right? So show me where the mathematics will be. So I'm giving the range. This is the range where it can find all the mathematics. So I gave the range from B29 to B44. See, look at the formula here. You can look in the formula bar as well here on top. Okay, so this is the range. And next is it is asking criteria. So what is our criteria? What is the criteria? G31. What is G31? Mathematics. So initially, let me tell you. So first of all, I want from mathematics, right? So simply first I'm telling it, you start using this range, subject range, and then the criteria is math. Where did I give the criteria? Here in this G31 cell. I gave the subject name, right? So this is G31. Criteria, sorry. Criteria is G31 and that is nothing but, see, mathematics is highlighted here. That's it. So math. Now, what is the sum range? Okay, I found the table, I found the range where mathematics is visible. I found the criteria that among all the subjects, mathematics is the one I have to pick. Now, where is the sum range from where I have to pick up those marks and sum? So this is the sum range, the range of all, sorry. This is the sum range, E29 to E44. So from here, I'm asking, so you pick up the marks from here. You pick up mathematics subject from B column, pick up the marks from E column. So now what it is going to give? 456. Okay, 456. You want to check it manually? Let me reduce a little. Okay, this is math, right? 88 plus 95. How I am doing? I'm holding on to control and I'm clicking all these cells individually. Just to show you how accurate it is. See, I selected all these. I used control button and I'm clicking one by one. So look at the bottom here. It gave sum 456. What is the result we have here? 456, right? So let's try it out for science. Sum. Come down using down arrow, click on tab button. So now what is the range again? Where do we find the subjects? In this column. Okay. Now comma. It is asking for criteria. So what is the criteria? Is science. I just use the arrow. Okay, this is the criteria. Now I want for science. Now it is asking me for sum range. This is the sum range. See, 373. All the science marks. Yes, please. Okay. Hope it's a mistake. Okay, fine. So it's going to be same for English. You can try it out. Let's try it out for English subject. It is the same with grade. The only difference is the range is the range that you select is different. Earlier we selected mathematics, the subject column as range. Now, because we need grades, you will select grade column as range. Everything else remains the same. The only thing is you need from grades, the range is going to be D column. The criteria is going to be the grades that you entered in this table. And the sum range is the same, E column. It's the same. The only thing is the criteria keep on changing. Now let's look at this one based on the mark level. Let's see how it works. What is the range? C column. I am giving score. Score should be above 75. Give me the totals of score that are above 75 and this is the criteria. Different criteria I gave. Okay. So this is the range. And what is the criteria? I did not select this because I also wrote score greater than 75. It's not going to understand because I also have some word normal, I mean like the language, layman language, that human language score is there. Computer is not going to understand that. It only understands all the mathematics here, okay? Since it is formula. So I manually entered greater and that formula also should be entered within double quotes. See? Double quotes greater than 75 and sum range is the same, marks obtained. So it's going to give me the sum of all the people whose score is above 75. Let's do it for greater than equal to 60. See, sum if tab. What is the range? Score, right? This is the range. Now, what is the criteria? What criteria did we give here? Greater than equal to 60, comma, the sum range is this one. Right? Shall we check it is right or not? Greater than equal to 60. So greater than equal to 60. It's going to add everything. Let's see. This is greater than equal to 60. And then 78, 82, 91, 65, 74. 1033. See, 1033. Right? That's how it is. You can try it out with the other one, other criteria. Okay. That's about sum if. Similarly, COUNTIF. Okay. In the PPT, I just mentioned the all the the details. Whatever I explained to you now, shown it on the Excel. I just gave it. Okay, for you in form of text. You can read through. Let's go to COUNTIF. I'll maximize this sheet. Okay. Let's go to COUNTIF now. I have different criteria given here. Let's count students per subject. How many students are there per subject? Now this is not summing up. We are just having count of students per subject. Then count of students per grade, count pass versus fail, count by attendance threshold, count of students per city. So we have all the tables here. Let's look at one by one. Okay. Count of students based on subject. Okay. Now, same, instead of sum if, it's going to be count if, but then the formula is going to be a little different. It doesn't ask you much because we are not summing up. In sum, it's going to ask you for sum range. See, it is asking for sum range. The range, the criteria, sum range. But for count, it's just asking range and criteria. Let's see. What will be the range based on what you know? It's subject because we want subjects to be considered. And Criteria is subject. We gave subject here in this J56. This is J56, right? Simple. So how many students are there under mathematics? 7. Let's count here. I clicked here. I'm pressing on control button. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? We got it right. Let's try it out for science. Count if. Come down, arrows, click on down arrow, click tab. What is the range? Science. What is the criteria? This, whatever subject is given in that cell. 7 again. Science C 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's it. Same is the case with English. Same is the case that's going to be with grade. See, look at the formula, the range. We have the grades here. The criteria, whatever grade you mention in this column, it is going to give you that number. Okay, because we are just referring to the cell and we are not referring to the grade here. We did not manually give. We can also, let me show you.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, please tell.
Yeah, here we are selecting only mathematics. Once we are selecting mathematics, and next time we are selecting the science, right? One by one, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You can also actually drag the formulas by, we can freeze the range. Okay, maybe we have it a little later. Okay, I'll tell you here only. So what I can do, I need not give the formula every time in each cell. Here what I'll do is, the range is same. If it is for subject, the range is same, right? This is the same. So what I'll do is, once I enter let me enter it afresh. This is count if. Count if. I'm giving the range as this. So I want to freeze this because the range is going to remain the same for all the 3 subjects, right? So to freeze this selection, freeze the range, I'm using F4 button. I'm clicking on F4. See, the dollar symbols got added, which means this range got frozen. Okay, it's not going to change. Comma and criteria. What is the criteria? Mathematics is in this cell. Sorry. So again, J56. If you want to drag the formula, what we will do is, I'm again going to freeze this as well. But then if I freeze this, the entire cell is going to get frozen. Let us see the difference. Let me change because the number is same for science and math, right? Let me make this also as math. We will have 8 and 6 for science. Now let us see what happens if I'm dragging the formula. If you want to drag the formula, you can just come to the corner of the cell. You will have a plus button. You just need to drag it. What is happening? It is giving 8. Why? Look at the formula. It is still selecting math only. Here also it's still selecting math. Why? Because I froze the cell. I'm asking you don't move. No matter where the formula is going to get pasted in the sheet, the selection of this cell remains the same. If I want to change the selection and want to bring it down here, what I will do in the first row is, I want to freeze the J column because the criteria that I gave in the table are all the subjects are in J column, but the row number is changing, right? Mathematics is in 56th row, science is in 57 row, and English 58. So I just want to freeze J. I'm again pressing F4. So number 56 is frozen. I don't want the number to be frozen. I just want the column to be frozen. Again F4. Now J is frozen. I mean the column selection is frozen, but the row selection is free to move down. When I say free to move down, now let me drag the formula for you. See, did it change? It got changed, right? So I don't have to keep giving the formula each and every time for every cell. For math separately, science separately, English. No, I don't have to do that. I just need to enter the formula in the first one of the table, first row of the table, and then just drag down the formula to below, and you'll just get the how to select the cells after choosing formula. How to select cell? You can use the arrow. Just use the arrow. Let us do it from grade. Okay, let us do it for grade here. It will be easy for you to understand. Now let us do it with freezing. We will not be giving formulas in each and individual cell, but we will give the formula only in the first row of the table and we will drag down the formula. So for that one, let's give the formula. Count if, tab button. Now what is the range? We want grades, right? So I am selecting this range. I am freezing this range. Okay. If we do not freeze this, what will happen? I will show you that. Okay, let me show you if I'm not freezing this and I'm dragging it down. Hope you understood the freezing of the criteria, right? So let me freeze the criteria. Let me freeze the criteria. I'm doing F4 once. Everything gets logged. I'm doing F4 again. Only the number gets logged. I don't want the number to be logged. I want the column to be logged. So third time F4, the number is logged. Column is logged. Okay. A grade 6 are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now I'm moving the table, I mean the formula down. So what is happening? Look, when I'm clicking the formula, what happens? What happened? Look at the first one. When I selected, I did not lock the range. You see, I did not lock the range. It is free to move. So when it's free to move, the range actually is, it should be from E54 to E74. But then when I drag the formula down, because I gave it freedom to move, see the table went down. Let's look at C. See, this is left out. A is left out here because I gave it free will. I did not freeze the range. Now let us freeze the range and see. Just click here. The cursor needs to be anywhere in this formula, and just click on F4. It's going, sorry. Select this range, click on F4. It's going to. Now let me drag the formula. Okay. See, the range did not change. It still remained. Even if I drag the formula to the bottom, it is still there. How many Ds are there? Here, 1 D, only 2 Ds. Let us make one more D and see if it is giving us the right one. Right? A is reduced, D is increased. That is how. Freezing. Okay. This is called relative index, kind of, You are just making sure that you don't have to enter the formula in each and every cell. You just give the formula on the top of the row and then drag it down to the bottom. Okay. Same is the case with this. All I need to do is freeze this range, F4, and freeze only J in here because row number has to change. F4 once, twice, thrice. For the third time, the column is going to get frozen. For the second time, the row will be frozen. Okay. Instead of dragging, I can also come down and click on Control D. Control D is, it is going to copy the whatever it is on the above cell. It's going to get copied here. Okay. Try it out. Control Z. Come down. Click on Control D. Control and D. Okay. The formula is going to get pasted here. Copied here. Okay. And you get the count here. So this is how it is. You can try it out for these. The only thing is criteria keeps changing, but then you first learn how to give the formula, give the range and the criteria. For mathematical criteria, you will just put a double quote and give the formula, whatever criteria you want, just mention it there. Okay. Just drag the formula. Before you want to drag the formula, make sure you're freezing necessary range and whatever is required if you're choosing it. In case for this one, you don't have to freeze nothing to be frozen under criteria. Only the range needs to be frozen. Okay, F4. And see what I'm doing. I'm not dragging it this time. I just selected and just doing a Control D here. See, but what happens? The criteria, we need to change the criteria because it is mathematical. Like I said, I have to enter it manually. Less than 60. I need to change here. Less than 60. Okay. Criteria needs to be changed. What is this criteria? Is equal to 90. Is equal to 90. That's it. Attendance, right? Attendance. Okay. That's how it's going to get done. You can try it out for city. Okay. Just do it for city. Try out. Give the formula in the first row and drag it down. What should be frozen here? If anyone can tell me what should be frozen here? I gave two Excels. Please see, I have opened day 3 Excel worksheet. I gave two Excels. One is day 3 and the other is day 3.1. Right now I'm working on day 3. Yes. Day 3, the first tab, conditional formulas. Okay, open day 3 Excel sheet and be on the first tab, conditional formulas. You will find all the tables here. Okay, can anyone tell me quickly what should be frozen here for the city? I just want to give the formula on top of the row and I just want to drag it. I don't want to give the formula in each and every cell. That saves my time, right? The only thing is you will spend a few seconds more on the first cell and you will save so much of time entering the formulas on the below cells. Will anyone tell me what should be frozen here for the city?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, please tell. What are we going to freeze? And how will we freeze it? Quickly?
F4.
Okay, good. F4. We are freezing the total range. We don't want the range to be changed. So when I want the entire range to be frozen, I just click F4 once. That's going to freeze the entire selection. Nothing is going to change. Now in criteria, what should be frozen? Is it the column or the row that needs to be frozen? To understand whether you have to freeze the column or you have to freeze the row, first you should understand when the formula is coming down, where is it going to refer? Where is it picking up the criteria from? See, for Hyderabad, let me increase this. No, I'll increase this one, not Hyderabad. Okay, so I think now this is better. This gives a better view. So see, the range is here. I just froze the range, the city range, because whatever we are doing is based on the city. So I just froze the entire selection range for the city. Okay, that entire thing is frozen. And no matter where I copy the formula, the same range is going to get selected. Even if I drag the formula, the range will not change. Now, Hyderabad needs to be changed when I'm coming to the next row. Understand, I'm coming to the next row and not the column. When I'm coming down, you're clicking the bottom arrow. That means you are changing the row. When you're clicking the side arrows, you are changing the column. Right? Simply, the alphabets on top are the columns. The numbers on the left are the rows. So, Hyderabad, Vijayawada, Guntur, Nellore, they are one below the other means they are in each row. So, I need the row to be changed. And all of them, all the names are in single column, right? They are not side by side. They are one below the other. They are in same column, in column J. So when I want to drag the formula, I don't want the column to be changed. I just want the row to be changed. 85, after 85, 86, 87, 88. So 85, 6, 7 should be changed, but not the J. So I have to freeze the J. If I want to freeze the J, select there F4 once, the entire cell is going to be selected. No matter where you drag the formula, if dollar symbol is there before J and before 85, the cell is locked. Okay, I'm clicking it for the next time, F4. Now only the row is locked. What happens if the row is locked? The number is not going to change, it still remains the same. Okay. Now I'm clicking F4 for the third time. Now column is locked and the row is free to move. Let us see how it is moving down. I'm dragging here. See, 85 became 86. This did not change. J did not change. And 86 became 87. We are getting the right numbers. That is how you will freeze the column. Okay. You can also give it in this way. Instead of selecting the cell, you can directly give the criteria here itself. like mentioning it as Hyderabad instead of giving this and doing all this. But then not at all cases this is going to work, because again, if you do that, what happens? You cannot drag the formula, because everywhere the criteria is going to be only for Hyderabad. Shall we try that? Let us see. Instead of J85, I'm simply saying I'm doing Control D here. What happens? Because I manually gave Hyderabad, that's not going to work, right? My copy paste is not going to work. So why to have all that? I'll just refer to the cell that has the name, give the proper formula, freeze the proper column, and then just drag it down and your time is saved there. Okay? That's how COUNTIF is going to work for us. And then SUMIF, COUNTIF, AND. Let's come to AND. This is also a logic, simple logic. Simply AND means we are giving a logic saying that if this logic and logic number 1 and logic number 2, if both of them are true, only then you will give me the result what I want. Otherwise, you are giving to give me a false report. Means like, let's see. Okay. What I'm saying, the condition is, did the student score greater than equal to 60 in both math and science? So I want the student, I want to see if the student scored more than 60 in two subjects, mathematics and science. Only if both the conditions are true, it's going to give me the result as true. Otherwise, false. Okay, so now let's see the formula, how it works. So logic 1, what I'm saying, C3 means, and just see, this is math. Okay, I just simply selected the cells here. I selected the math score and I also selected the science score, and I'm asking whether this score is greater than equal to 60, and logic 2 also, logic 1 is one score is greater than equal to 60, another logic is greater than equal to 60, same. So I want both of them to be the same. Okay, once that is done, if both of them are same, I just closed it, because this is a simple one. If this is greater than 60, this is greater than 60, then it's going to give me true, otherwise false. Let us look at the false one. See, math is below 60, it is 55. This did not meet the criteria, this did not meet the logic. So simply, if anyone fails, the result is going to be false, otherwise true. Okay, so now this is simple AND. Okay, nothing much to be done here. But then we have AND if, a little complex one. So okay, Sagar, you have something to ask? Okay, let's move on. If you'll have any doubt, just put it over chat. I'll keep checking in between. Okay. So this is a little complex if to it. So what am I saying? We are combining is eligible for scholarship. So who is going to be eligible for scholarship if all three scores are greater than equal to 75, and attendance also should be greater than equal to 80%. So scholarship, we don't give scholarships for everyone, right? So we need to have a criteria for it, eligibility for it. So the which student is going to be eligible for it? All scores should be greater than equal to 75, and attendance also should be greater than equal to 80. So it's going to simply, I am saying, simply just tell me yes or no if it is if that person is eligible or not. That's what I want. So look at the formula. I started with if. Okay. Now what is the logic? In the logic, I used AND formula, because every subject should have more than 75, equal to or more than 75, right? So the logic is, I'm selecting each subject, coming to AND formula. I'm coming to AND formula. First logic, AND. First subject should have more than 75. Second subject also. Logic 2. Next subject, 3 subjects, right? Math, science, and English. Each cell I'm selecting. This also should be greater than equal to 75. Logic 3 also should be greater than equal to 75. And what is logic 4? What is F? Attendance. So what is the criteria for attendance? Attendance should be greater than equal to 80. Only when all the 4 logics are true, I am saying if this logic, this entire thing is called logical test. If this logic is true, If the value is true, what I'm asking to give the output as yes, right? And then if not, no. So if not means if anyone is failing in one subject, failing to meet the criteria in at least one subject, that's going to be a false. So this person, he met the entire criteria. All the subjects he scored above 75 and attendance is also above 80. So he's eligible for scholarship. Now what happened to this person? Let's see. Where did he fail? 65 science he got less than 75. So he's not meeting the criteria. So obviously false. No matter his attendance is good, no matter he scored good in two subjects, only one subject is less. So do we consider? No, this is computer. It doesn't have any human mind to consider it, right? So it's just going to give you the thing saying it yes or no. So he's not eligible. So that is the way simply you will do it. Here again, we can still use the we can still freeze. Why do I want to? So okay, let me see. Let us see if we are dragging the formula, what happens here. If I'm dragging the formula, let us see the range. Look at the range here. Okay, I did not select the range, right? See, let's see how it's working. It still works because there is no range. So it is good to go. It is good to go. Why it is good to go? Because we are selecting each cell and not the range. So that is one benefit. If we are using cell by cell formula, we can simply drag the formula to the bottom. Okay. Nothing is going to change because it is not the range. There is no range. When it comes to range, then it's going to be a problem. Okay. Okay, now see this one. See this one. With text, instead of yes or no, I want to have eligible or not eligible. It's going to give me a better clarity, right? If the person is eligible or not. Okay. It's just a change of thing. Okay. I'm using the if formula first. I started off if formula and in the logic I'm giving and formula. What is and formula? The first logic G3. What is G3? Now see, this is different criteria. Eligible for certificate means assignments done yes and fee paid yes. If one person needs to get the certificate, all the assignments need to be done and the fee need to be paid, right? So we are testing on the last two columns. Both should be yes and only then the person is considered as eligible. So now first logic is going to be the first assignment done cell, whether you have yes or not. So I'm asking Excel to check whether the information, the data in the cell is yes or not. Okay, it is yes. And logic 2, fee also paid, that also should have yes. If both the logics are true, if both the logics are true, what's happening? This is logic. If it is true, I'm saying give me the result as return to me saying it is the person is eligible. If it is false, just give me not eligible. So what it will do? This is and. Remember, for and, both the criteria or both the logics should be true. If any one is false, it's going to give you the false. See, this person, assignments are done but fee not paid. So he is not eligible. What about the next person? Assignments are not done but fee is paid, but still not eligible. In that way. So you can simply drag the formula or select all the cells, press on Control D. See, eligible. Yes and yes, eligible. Yes and yes, eligible. This is with and if. Okay. That is how we use and formula and if formula. We are clubbing two formulas here. Okay. You can try it out. You can try it out on your sheets. You can see I gave these. You can also try out. These are the ones I gave here. See, the same criteria I gave here and we did it here. You can try it out on your own now. Now let's move on to or. Or is different from and because and means all the criteria should be true. But for or, even if one is true, it's going to give you the true. It means like, it's going to consider it as true. Let us see. The first thing, did the student score more than 75 in math or science? So it is saying either in math or in science, if the student scores more than 75, let's consider him as true, means pass maybe. Let's say that. Okay. So simply, I'm selecting the cell, giving the criteria here. If this cell contains greater than equal to 75 and logic 1, logic 2, and 75. It's simply going, this is simple or. So when we use a simple or, the result is always true or false, okay? Nothing else you need to enter there. Let's move to a little complex one. We are using if and or. Now, look at the criteria here. What should we check here? Needs extra support means any score less than 15. To which student needs extra support if they are low in that subject, right? So how are we considering it? If any score is less than 50, means from any subject, or if the attendance is less than 60%. So what are we looking here? If the student has scored less than 50 in any of the subject, or if his or her attendance percentage is less than 60, we are considering them for extra support. Okay. So now look what how we are doing the formula. We will start off with if, and then you give the or logic. In the logic, you are giving the or formula. So how the or formula is working? In or, if the first cell is less than 50, second, it's only a comma separator. Okay. Second logic is second cell you are selecting less than 50. And again, because we are seeing in all the subjects, any subject if the person is less than 50 and the attendance is less than 60, that is when we are considering the person the person needs extra support. Logic 3 and logic 4 is what? F3 less than 60 attendance. So what do you think for this person? Does this person need extra support? No, right? No. He's good in everything. His attendance is good. His scores are also good. So look at the second person. Less than 50, math is less than 50, only 45. So there itself, when we want to see it manually, we have to come cell by cell and then give a yes or no. But you give the formula, it will do the work for you, right? Why do you want to take all the trouble? So in the first case itself, in the first logic itself, the number is less than 50. So directly it's going to give a yes. It need not go to another next logic. It won't go further to give the test. Okay, because the test is already met here. Because it is or. If it is and, it has to check all the logics, because every logic should be met. For or, if any one logic is met, then it will just end the what do we say, execution there. It's like that. That is how we do it with if and or, combining if and or. Let's do it with and or. Okay, we are combining it. We are combining two formulas, see, using if, using and using or. What are we doing here? Prize eligible. What is the criteria for it? Score should be greater than equal to 80 in any subject. And he should be a club or library member. Okay. See, you observe it. The first thing is score should be above 80 in any subject. Means or is used here. So in any subject, score should be above 80. And plus what is added? The person should be either a club member or the library member. So let's see how this formula works. If, okay, I gave the formula here. Let's look at this one. Okay. We always start with if. Now we are starting with and, because there is and in between. And in between means we have two different logics that are that we definitely have to meet. Okay. So we start with and then for and this is within if. Okay. Then we started and. Now within and we again started or. Why? What are the and conditions? Either any subject should have more than 80. Can't hear my voice. Am I not audible?
You are audible to
Okay,
me.
okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you. Please check your volume as well, Ramya. Okay. So,
Yeah, crystal clear. Yeah.
okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thanks for confirming. Okay. Now, what are the two conditions that are compulsory to be met? Either one of the score from one of the subjects should be greater than equal to 80, and the student should either be a member from club or library. These two should be met. Now, so we are starting with and then or. What is in or? The logic, we are checking the subjects. Why or? Any subject must have above 80. Okay, so we are checking each subject above 80 or not, above 80 or not. Logic 2, second subject above 80 or not, third subject above 80 or not. Okay, we are closing it here. We are starting with another one, another or. What is another or? What is the logic for this? H. H column, C. Library. Either member from library or any. The person should be a member from any of these two clubs, either library member or club member. Okay. And logic 2, club. So if this is
Ma'am, can you
true,
say it again, ma'am? Sorry.
okay, no problem.
It's
Let me
confused.
start. I know. It's a bit confusing thing. Okay, let us do it afresh, maybe. Let me start. Let's do it here. I'm starting with if. Okay. And then I'm starting with and. So now in and I'm starting with or. Now I'm using side arrow, left arrow. I want the person to have any subject should have greater than 80. Is that the criteria we have? Okay, greater than equal to, greater than equal to 80, comma. Again, next subject also should be greater than equal to 80. Not should. Or, this is or. Again, greater than equal to 80. Okay. I'm closing this or. Oh, no. We still have. I'm closing this. Let's come to the formula, please. Okay, see. Logic 1 of and is closed. See, when I close this bracket, see, when I did not close, you are still in or formula. Look at here. You are still in or formula giving the logics. When I'm closing this bracket, what happens? This is the first logic in and condition. Okay, the logic 1 for and is done. What is, there are two conditions in and. One condition is any one subject should be 8, greater than equal to 80, and member of either one of library or club. So now another or I am opening. Logic 2. Now this should be equal to yes or I can either select it manually or it is actually not case sensitive. So and logic is closed.
Ma'am, both sides are yes, ma'am.
Yes, either one should be yes, right? See, either one should be yes. I gave the formula here. The member should either be a member of, the student should either be a member of library or club. Because this is or. If any one is yes, it's going to give you, it's going to return you the value as yes. I'm giving and closing another bracket because I gave all my logics. I'm closing another. So what is happening?
Ma'am, don't mind.
Okay.
I want to know. I want to know last after the R, what you're doing.
Okay. Where exactly? Are you confused?
At the end, ma'am. At the end, you are saying something R and R, right? From where you are.
Okay. Wait. See. I started with if. So in basic if, what does it do? If the logic is true, give me one value. If it is false, give me another value, right? So I started with if formula. So in if, I gave and formula. Why? Because I have two conditions that definitely should be met. One is either the student should have scored more than 80 in any of the subjects, no matter what subject. Even if the student is scoring 0 in one subject and 90 in other, we are still considering that person. Okay, eligible. So I'm saying you should have two conditions. One is the student should have score above 80 in any of the subject, and the student should be a member in any of these both, either library member or club member. Okay, you understand these two? So we are using or for these subjects. Why? If any one subject is more than 80, you are considering the student as eligible. Along with it, the student should be a member in any one of these clubs, library or club. I mean, library member or club member. Okay. It is not necessary that student should be a member in both library and. No, that is again an and condition. We are saying or. That is why we are giving or within and. The first or is we are comparing the subject. We are checking the subject scores. Anyone should be greater than equal to 80. The second or condition is the student should be either a library member or a club member. Both. See, because this is or, you still give the condition as yes only. Why? I'm asking Excel find whether the student is a library member or club member, right? So it will find me if there is yes in any one of it. So I still have to give yes here only. Okay. Now I'm closing both the conditions. Or is closed and is closed. Okay, so if logic test is done, the logic test for if is done. Now, if everything is true, what I'm saying, give me the result as yes. If the conditions are not met, give me the result as no. Why it is yes? So what is the condition? Student should have at least one subject above 80. Did this person have? So how did I select this entire row with using shortcut? I used shift button plus space. Let me do it again. I'm holding shift and pressing on space. It selects the entire row for you to give you. Okay. To do the column selection like that, click on control and space. It's going to get selected like this. That's one shortcut. Okay. Okay. So now it is yes. Why it is yes? Because even though the math is 55 less than 80, science is still 90, English is still 95, above 80, right? So criteria met. Two subjects is above 80. Good to go. He also needs to be a member of any one of these, either library or club, but he is member in both. Good. So he is good. He is eligible. Okay. Instead of yes or no, what if I give eligible or not eligible? Maybe eligible and not eligible. Simple is going to, I have a better understanding here. See now, why is this person not eligible? Shift and space for easy understanding. Okay, the first criteria is met because, oh no, 80, right? What is the first criteria? Any score should be above 80, but look at this person. All the scores are below 80. So here itself, he's not eligible, right? And see, and is there. So both the criteria should be met. No, if it was or, what would happen is, see the second or condition. The person should be a member of either library or club. This is met, right? He's a member in one of them. This or condition is true. And this or condition is false. But in between connecting these two or conditions, there is and, right? What happens in and? Both the conditions should be true. But what happened here? One is false, one is true. What is the result? It is obviously false. That is how it works. Okay, this is a bit complex, but then that's the reason why I gave you all the space left out for you to try it out. Try it out. It's going to take a little time for you to understand, but it is very crucial, but it is actually very fun if you do it. Okay, you can use any type of criteria and do it. So that is about and or clubbing all these formulas together using complex formulas. Okay, and or we covered. Now let's come to a little bit more complex formulas. Lookups. VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, XLOOKUP. VLOOKUP is nothing but V means vertical, H means horizontal. X is an advanced one. It's kind of replacing these two. Okay. We have to work a little bit on V and H. X is a very simplified thing. Okay. It is just a replacement of V and it came later. XLOOKUP came up later, replacing the VLOOKUP and HLOOKUP, reducing more stress. Let's go to lookups. Come to the lookups tab. In day 3 sheet, come to the lookups tab, okay? Okay, now we have a table here. Now see, I have a table here. I just gave the names here. I'm using this. This is my raw data. Consider this as raw data. Now, these are the names. These are the scores. Now, I need only for math. Okay. I want the scores only for math, only for science, only for English. Okay. But the formula is there in every cell. Look here. Look what happens here. So what VLOOKUP does is it is going to search the information vertically and give you the output accordingly. But it is actually a little complex one. So please pay little attention. Have your sheets open and keep looking or start typing the formula along with me for better understanding. Let us look at the mathematics. Okay. Now I said I want only to see the mathematics score or I don't want to see any other score. Okay, in this particular column. So now, how did I start off? This is a little complex one. I also used if a simple VLOOKUP means, let me show you the simple VLOOKUP. I want the grades of this person. For these people, I want the grades here. A simple VLOOKUP, okay? Because here I use the if formula. Let us go to that complex one later. Let us look at the basic VLOOKUP. VLOOKUP value, okay? The name I'm selecting. What is the table range? Table array is this. I want grade, right? Grades. Column index number it is asking. See, observe when I'm selecting here. Look at the bottom, 16R into 1, 16R into 2x. Are you able to see the numbers that are showing up when I'm selecting here at the right bottom? 16R into 2C, 16R into 3C, 16R. What does it mean? 16 up to 16 rows and 4 columns are selected. Right? So the grade is in 4 columns. I stopped the selection here. I kept a comma. The column index number for grade is 4 according to my selection. It gave me the grade A. What I did is, I'm saying I want the grade of Arav Singh from the entire data. Okay, for example, I don't have all these names. I'm just picking up few members. Okay, I'm just picking up. Let us do one thing. You remember conditional formatting? Conditional formatting, what does it do? It is going to highlight whatever you want to get highlighted. So first thing, let us highlight the top 3. The top 3. Okay, top 3. So I only want the grades of these top 3 people. I don't want the grades of any other people. Okay. So simply what I'll do, consider there is okay, let me do this. I just want these people. I'm holding on control. I'm selecting these. I'm copying it and I'm pasting it here. Okay. Now I just want the grades of these the top 3 people from the class. So what I'm simply doing is select VLOOKUP. I want to have the grade of this person. So I'm selecting this person's name here, selecting the cell reference. What is the table? Where is the entire data? It is here. Student name till I need the grade, right? So I'm selecting it till grade. Even if I select the entire table, I have to give the correct number of where the grade is. The grade is in 4th column, right? Look at the number that is coming at the bottom of the table, bottom corner, right corner. It is 5, but still, even if I select the entire table, look what happens. Comma, and I'm giving the right number where the grade is located. Okay. Just close it. That is optional. Range lookup is optional. I don't have to. It is D. Is Ravi Kumar's grade D? Where is Ravi Kumar here? Oh. Ravi Kumar. Why did it show me? Why not A and why D? Where is Ravi? Is there any other Ravi Kumar? M22 Ravi Kumar, A2 to A17 and 4. Let me see if this. No, there is something. Let me see if there are any duplicates here. There are no duplicates. Okay. So pickup value is Ravi Kumar. Pickup value is Ravi Kumar. Table range is A. What is this range lookup? I have to give D. So why did it give me? I did not mention the match type, range lookup, whether true or false. When I gave true, it gave me the exact value. So when I did not mention, it just gave me some random grade. I am not sure from where did it pick the grade, but then for us to have the appropriate result, we need to give true here. True means we are saying give me the exact match. What if I'm saying lookup as false? False is exact match. True is appropriate match, approximate match. It is A. It is A. Ravi Kumar is A. See, if I drag the formula, I did not freeze anything. See, the table came down. The table came down. Did it still give the right information? A column, okay. Meena Iyer, where is Meena Iyer? A column, yes. It still gave me the right information. Why? Because even though the range selection came down, the information what it is looking for is still within the range. That's the reason why it still gave me the output. But then, what if this name is on the top? Let us do this. Instead of Vikram, let me put this one here and see what happens. See, it showed N by A. Why? Because the range is out. This name is out of the range of selection. So what do? We have to freeze the range. We need to freeze the range here. Freeze the range as well as the lookup. Means we are freezing the column. We need to freeze the column. M should be frozen. And now you copy the formula. Now it's giving me the why? The range is fixed. The column is fixed. No matter where you drag the formula, there is no name. Let me put some name here. Kiran Rao. It's going to give me the range. Okay. Sanjay. I'm just giving the first name. It's not going to give me it because we are saying give me the exact. It's going to look up for the exact matching. Okay, and then only it's going to give you the result. If you give half name, it's not going to give you because we are saying exactly look up where the information of this person is. That is how VLOOKUP works. VLOOKUP is nothing but when you want the information somewhere else from the huge data. You have a table of 10 or 20 columns, and out of those 20 columns, you just need 5 columns, information of 5 columns. That is where you use VLOOKUP. Okay, so you have the headers of 5 columns. See, the same thing I used here. What I did, this is a little typical one. Look at this formula. I'm using if. I'm using a condition. Why did I use the condition? Because I'm saying I only want the marks of maths of the student. Okay. No, not the student. Whatever it is, I just want the marks to be shown where the subject is math. I use the if formula. Let us do the same. See, what did I do? I started if. What is my logic? If this cell, not if this cell, B3. See, where is B3? Here. You can see the math getting selected here. When you open the formula, it will help you understand how it is being used, for which specific logic which cell is getting selected. Okay. So B3 is equal, I'm asking if this cell is equal to mathematics, then if the logic is true, I'm saying do the VLOOKUP. What should I do in the VLOOKUP? VLOOKUP is simple. I'm asking for this person from this range of table, give me the score. Score means column 3. Score is in column 3. I need to give the number here. In VLOOKUP, we have to mention the column number. Okay. False means I'm saying give me the exact match. Okay. Don't just give me some random. What happened earlier when I did not mention exact match? It just gave me some random alphabet, random grade, right? So I'm asking give me the right thing. If it is false, if it is true, give me only for math. If it is not mathematics, what I want, just leave it blank. So it left blank because Priya Sharma does not have mathematics score. Okay, she has science score. Now let us use the same
Ma'am,
formula.
1 second, ma'am.
Yes, yes.
When you give true or false, what will happen, ma'am?
True or false? Where do you want to give? Okay, true. Here.
Yeah, we are giving formula, right? You are giving formula. There you get false, right?
False means no. False here means I am saying use. Let me show you the formula. Okay, wait. Let me show it here.
I just got confused.
Okay.
Why you are keeping false?
No. False. It does not mean. Okay. Let me show you here. You will get an explanation of what false means here. Okay. Comma. See, I'm saying true means you give me some approximate match. When I'm saying false, I'm saying no. I need the exact match. Exact match means Arab Singh mathematics. It should match exactly. Okay, my conditions should match exactly. When I'm saying approximate, I'm saying anything you find close to that, just give me any information. That is not right? So, for example, maybe I'm just saying anything that is close to the match, give me the result. I don't want like that. I just want give me the exact result of this person for this subject. That is when we use exact match only. Okay, we don't want to go with random means like just give me anything is not what VLOOKUP we use in VLOOKUP. The basic use of VLOOKUP is we always use exact match. Okay. The thing is that VLOOKUP is only going to give you the result, whatever is there to the right side of the table. The reference should always, be on the leftmost side. That meaning the name that you are referring should be to the left end of the base table. Okay. Anything that is to the right of it, it is going to give you the result. For example, if mathematics is to the right column and subject is in the A column, student name is in the B column, VLOOKUP is not going to work. There is a limitations for it, right? There are limitations for VLOOKUP. It is only going to give you result based on the left end references. Okay. Anything to the anything that is to the left of this reference, it is not going to work. Okay, that is about VLOOKUP limitation. Let me check the chat. Okay. Now let me use the same formula for science. Oh, sorry. I copied the formula from formula bar. Press escape. Open the cell. Just copy it. But see, now I need to change this to science. Otherwise, okay. Science. Okay. Let us see. Why did it give me blank? Because Arab Singh does not have science. Okay. Is my voice too low? Okay. Okay, let's move on fast. We are running short of time. Okay. Arab Singh does not have science. Let us drag the formula. Did we lock the range? Yes, we locked the range. Did we lock the lookup? Column should be, okay, it is free, but okay, let's see. Let me drag the formula. I'm not dragging it. Let's see what I'm doing. I'm just selecting the entire thing. I'm using Control D to copy the formula. Okay, the formula is copied. So Priya Sharma, does she have signs? Yes. So the marks are shown up. So for who else? Arjun Mehta, he has signs, marks, that is shown up. See, the rest of the columns are blank. It is not clumsy, right? What did I do? I said, if you don't find the subject, just leave a blank. Don't do anything else. Okay, don't give me an error also. That's what I did. Do it the same for English. Now see how I'm copying it without using copy paste. I just kept the cell, I selected the cell. I already have the formula in science, right? The formula is there on the left. Now I want it to into the right cell. I'm using Control R. Use Control R. But what I have to do, the formula is already copied. Check it out. But here I need to change the subject because it is manually entered. There is no cell reference. I have to manually enter it. The formula is there. Now I'm selecting the range, Control D. Okay, see what happened. Because now you can get the change. Look at here, observe the formula here. I'm saying if B3 cell has signs, see column B has the subject names. When I copied the formula, I just copied it, meaning I just dragged it. I did not freeze it. See what happened. B3 became C3. See, if we do not freeze whatever is necessary, what happened? The reference went off to the score here. Look above. 88 is selected instead of math. So what I will do, I'll just drag it off to math. Now I will freeze it. What should I freeze? I need to freeze the column. F4, F4, F4. No. Let me freeze it here. Then you will understand. Okay. Oops. Okay. I'm deleting and copying it here. Now see, it is still B3. It did not change. Now I'm copying it. Why is it showing? See again, I still did not lock the VLOOKUP thing. This also needs to be locked. Now, what should be locked here? Column should be locked. Now let me copy the formula. Right. But one more thing, the subject should be changed. When you copy the formula, there are certain things you have to make note of it. See, that's about VLOOKUP. It's a little bit complex one, but you definitely need to have a practice on it. Hold on it. Okay. HLOOKUP is reverse. You're doing in a horizontal way. The lookup is done in a horizontal way. For example, if all these headers are one below the other, and it is like this. Okay. So the scores are used using, let me remove this. HLOOKUP. I said look up horizontally. Sorry. What should I look up? Lookup value is Arav Singh. I need the name. Okay. Lookup value is this name. I'm locking it. See, I just froze this. I froze what? The entire, not the cell, but I froze the row because the names are in a single row, but the columns are changed. Control D, not just the formula. When you use Control D, anything in the above cell is going to get copied. See, I kept the cursor here. I'm using Control D. 60 is going to get copied. If you want to copy the information from the above cell or row, use Control D. If I want to copy the entire information, from the entire row, I'm selecting how many cells I want to get the same information. Control D. See, it is just that the above information is going to get repeated in the next lines. That's about Control D. Okay. I'm asking the scores. Let us look at the grades. I'm saying HLOOKUP. What is the lookup? Arav Singh. Now I have to freeze the row. Why row and not column? Column should change because now the names are distributed horizontally. So the column should change. Table, I need the grades, right? I need to select till grade. till grade. And the grade is in 4th row. I need to give exact match. I need the exact match. Row number and column numbers are important in grades. I froze the required things. Oh, see, I did not freeze something else here. This is fine. I did not freeze the range. See what happened. This came down. This came down. The table keeps moving down because I did not freeze the range. That is what happens when we do not freeze. Now let me freeze it and copy it again. What happened? Okay. I did a mistake here. I should not freeze because names are here, right? I should not freeze 21, but I should freeze I. Okay, now it will work. Right, you got it? That's how you will do for marks as well. Just try it out for marks. We are actually running short of time, but actually we have a lot more to do. Okay, let me quickly, index is going to take a lot of time for us today, but then let's do one thing. I'll quickly jump into the pivot table because this is important for your for you to have the analysis because that's important for any information that you have. This is the table, right? Okay, let's do with whatever table we have. Let me show you. If I want to have any table, like pivot table means whatever information is there, you can have it in a table format. So I want to enter a pivot table. I'll just select this range, select this table. I go to insert and I'll say enter pivot table, new worksheet or existing worksheet. I will say existing worksheet means in the same workbook. Okay, in the same workbook, I have to show it a location. So I'm just coming down here. It needs a lot of space, so you have to select. This shows up. So I want the names to be in rows. I want the subjects to be in columns. Okay, pass or fail means how many are they passed. The numbers when we are putting it in values means it is going to give me the count. If you want to change the count into something else, you have this. You want the sum or you want to count, you want average or whatever it is, you can have changes here. If not this, I want subjects, right? If I'm putting the same subject in values, what is it? Just gives me the number of students. Okay. For example, I'm changing. You can keep changing. Okay. See, I have subjects in rows and I'm saying I need number of students in each subject. What did I do? I kept subjects under row and I kept student in this values thing. You just need to select and drag and drop into these. You'll have a table like this. You also want grades. Put the grades in columns. It will show you like this. Now you want some, you want to insert some chart for it. You have charts here. You have all kinds of charts here. Bar chart. You can select charts here. Whichever way you want. You will have a chart here. Okay. Simply about pivot tables. There are also slicers for it. You can add slicers. If you want to add slicers, you just need to come here. Design. See. When you select this table, this shows up. Pivot table tools will come up here. Select insert slicer. What does a slicer do? It's going to give you additional filters here. Okay. We already have subject and grade, right? I want to have class and pass or fail and city. See how it is going to show. It is going to give me filters here. 3 different slicers are here. What does these slicers do? See what happens when I keep selecting. I want the information only for pass people. Click on pass, see information changes, the graph also changes. I just want people who have passed from Hyderabad. See, only 6 of them, and this is the graph for it. That is how it works. If you want to have multiple, click on control and click on control and select these to pass and fail. Just clear filter and it's going to give the information of everything. If you want to have single one, just do it. If you want to clear the filter, click on this one. That is how you can play with pivot table. These are slicers. Information is there. You just need to select the information here, okay? We cannot now check out of on Power BI. It's just the information. We are not doing anything on Power BI. I just want to show you all how Power BI looks like. This is the homepage of Power BI. And I think we will have these decks posted on the LMS as well. You can just go through it because there is only the basic information of how Power BI looks like and what are the uses of Power BI, but we are not digging into it, okay? Because there is so much that we had to look into the formulas today. I think we did not do on index match. It's going to take time, but try to understand from the deck and try to use it from the index match thing. I gave all the explanation here. If you all still have any doubts, because we are out of time already. Okay, so I don't do keep you all here for a longer time. Look at the other sheet. Let me tell you, I'll explain the sheet and you can work it out. This is the raw information that is there on the sheet. Okay. And these are the exercises for you. Clear instructions are given. What you should do, how you should do. Step 1, step 2. Stepwise information is here in each exercise. This is an exercise for pivot table. This is an exercise of how you should use the slices. Exercise for how you can create charts. Okay. This is kind of a test for you. Try to work out on, this is purely exercise sheet based on pivot table, slices and charts. The last thing that I just showed you right now, the last one that I showed you here on these, that sheet is entirely based on these three things: pivot, how to create pivot table, how to insert slices and how to add charts. Okay, so try using this. This is only for your purpose. There is nothing that I can do it here. Actually, everything is crystal clearly explained here, stepwise manner. So try to use this day 3-1 sheet. Try to use day 3-1 sheet, okay? And portal logins, sir they will help you how to, they will be resolving it. So you don't worry about the portals, that will be checked out, okay? So we will close it here. We are already out of time. Thank you so much. It's a bit complex things that we have looked into today, but then you have worksheets along with you. You've gone through it. So try to listen to the session once again and keep following the sheet that I gave you, right? It will help you for sure. Okay. So thank you all so much. I'll be stopping here. For index plus match, try to check what it is. Look into the deck, the details that I've given there. Explanation is there. The worksheet is there. Try to work it out. If you still have doubts, please post them. We will look into it. Okay. So thank you all.
Thank you, Eugenia, for your wonderful insights. I've been following your session. It's very, you covered right from the fundamentals. I think it will be very helpful to all the participants here. So, friends, what Eugenia told you is very foundational for you to launch your corporate career. For example, one of the most important function that was taught today is VLOOKUP. But VLOOKUP, even though it is very powerful, it has got some drawbacks. So in order to overcome its drawbacks, we have a similar function called XLOOKUP. So both does the same job, but what XUP is, it is a little bit refined. Like the left constraint before VLOOKUP, that has been eliminated by using XLOOKUP. So do the research on XLOOKUP and it will be very beneficial for you in the longer run. And also the pivot tables. Pivot tables are a boon. Like for example, if you have 100,000 rows, 1 lakh rows of data. So in order to understand those data, it is virtually impossible, right? For example, in your screen, in your laptop, you can see only 50 columns of data, 50 rows of data. But in case if you have 1 lakh rows, then you will be spending much of your time in scrolling your keyboard up and down arrows. In order to eliminate that, pivot tables are very, very useful. By using pivot tables, you can consolidate all the data in a single screen. And so do some research and it will be very, very helpful. So with this, we will wrap up today's session. And after you are done with this, try to log into your LMS and try to solve the quizzes that we have given. And also you can download the presentation that was shared today. Apart from that, you can also see the today's recording in the LMS portal itself. So tomorrow it is going to be very, very exciting because tomorrow we'll be tackling the second module, that is databases, SQL, and data analytics. So, so let us look forward for that. And tomorrow, let's again connect at the same time. And hopefully that session also will be very, very insightful and meaningful to each one of us. And we look forward for that. So thank you very much. Any questions, just email or text us or use any of our social media channels to be in touch with us. Thank you guys. See you tomorrow, 10:30 sharp.